The number one indicator of success in anything in your life is the ability to delay gratification. What this means is your ability to put in the work now and delay needing the reward or outcome of that work will be the number one predictor and indicator if you succeed at said thing. Now, this applies to anything in your life. It applies to your health, to your fitness, your ability to restrict calories, go to the gym, strength train, do cardio, get the proper rest and recovery will determine how successful you are at a physical transformation. Your income, your savings, your ability to build and generate wealth will be determined by your ability to put in the work, develop the skills necessary to create high income earning potential, delay the gratification of spending the money as it comes in, putting it into investments, putting it into assets that will accumulate over time, compounding interest, and wait to hit your target goals, your relationship goals, your ability to attract an intimate partner into your life will be determined by your ability to develop yourself up as a man, become an attractive partner, put yourself out into the world, navigate the dating scene, knowing that if you can delay the outcome of what it is you're looking for, you can create the relationship of your dreams. And your ability to quit porn, reboot, rewire your brain will be dictated and determined by your ability to put in the work that is needed now, delaying the gratification of what you're running to pornography from so that you can reset, reboot, rewire, and step out into the world as a free man. Now today I want to share with you 3 tips, 3 tactics, 3 strategies to build more delayed gratification in you and in your life. In 1970 at Stanford University, Walter Mischel and his team of colleagues performed an experiment known as the Marshmallow Test. It's documented and outlined in the book, literally titled The Marshmallow Test. And what they did is they had a group of toddlers in their research lab. If you can all go back to the time when we were young toddlers, we can remember something was presented in front of us. We wanted it right away. And they placed in front of all of these young children a marshmallow on the table. And they told them that they could have the marshmallow right now if they wanted it. But if they waited, because the researchers were going to leave the lab, they were going to leave the room, they were going to leave the toddlers there with these marshmallows, that if they waited until they got back, not only could they have the one that was sitting in front of them, but they could have a second one. Now here's the key is they didn't tell the kids how long they were going to be gone. They promised and guaranteed that they would return. But if they wanted it now, they could have that marshmallow right now. But if they waited, they could have 2. Now they had cameras set up in the lab, and when the researchers left, they went behind the screen and they watched these kids struggle. A handful of them instantly grabbed the one sitting in front of them and scarfed it down. Some of them turned away so they couldn't see the marshmallow. They would cover their eyes. They would smell the marshmallow, trying to inhale what they could without eating it. Others just sat there like a stoic. So some of the kids ate the marshmallows, and a handful of them waited until the researchers returned. Now they followed these kids through school, through high school, and into their career lives. And what they noticed was the ones that waited for the second marshmallow, the ones that had the ability to delay gratification, performed better in school, had higher test scores, had higher SAT scores, got into better universities, did better at school, and went on to earn more money. Once again, the ones that had the ability to delay gratification performed better in every metric of life. So when I say that your ability to delay gratification is the number one indicator of success, it's not my thought. It's not my opinion. This is proven. Now here's the key is those were toddlers. So yes, some of them were innately gifted with that. But I believe delayed gratification is a skill and trait that we can develop over time. And that's why I want to share with you these 3 tips, these 3 strategies to help you in developing the delayed gratification that you need to quit porn and rewire your brain. So if you're struggling with a pornography addiction right now, understand that you are lacking in this area. When the urge strikes you, there is something that you internally need, and porn is a quick button that you can push to give yourself that. But you can realize there's a lot of better ways to go about satisfying that urge. There's a lot of healthier outlets to deal with some of these feelings. That's what we must develop. The ability to not give in to the temptation immediately, step back, create space, make a better choice and decision in our lives. The first tip, the first thing to do to develop more gratification, men, is to have a clear plan of where it is you're trying to go in life. If you don't know the long-term goal that you're aiming at, then the consequences of the short-term pleasure doesn't make sense. If I know that in 5 to 10 years, I'm trying to walk across a bodybuilding stage, then eating the cake right now doesn't align with that goal. If I know that I'm trying to have $100,000 in the bank in the future, spending money on the new watch or the new car today doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If I know I'm trying to improve the intimacy with my wife, watching porn while she is away doesn't align with that goal. If I know I'm trying to walk in integrity with the man that God has called me to be, sneaking away to watch porn and masturbate doesn't align with that long-term vision for what I want. So the first thing we have to do if we want to grow in our ability to delay gratification is we have to have a plan. Now here at Rebuilt Recovery, we've put together a training to help you create a vision for your life without pornography. If you visit www.rebuiltrecovery.com/vision or click the link down there in the show notes below, it'll take you to our free training. This is literally the 5-step process on getting radically clear on the life that you can live without porn. But that's the first step. And we're going to give you a tool to help you accomplish that. Rebuiltrecovery.com/vision. Help you make a vision and plan for your life. Number 2 here, number 2 is to begin to practice fasting from food on a regular basis. We encourage all of our men, all of our students go through a 2-day fast early on in our program. I've done full-length episodes on this. It's written about in our books and our programs. Practice fasting on a regular basis. Learning to deny yourself, learning to say no. What you'll realize is over the course of these 2 days is, number 1, you get triggered pretty regularly. And oftentimes when you feel like you need to eat, it's just to escape what's going on in the situation. You're also going to realize how strong and mentally capable you are. So number 2 here is, if you're trying to grow in your delayed gratification, is beginning to practice fasting on a regular basis. And the third tip here is a subcategory of that, but it's learning to say no and practicing that on a daily basis. When you open up the fridge to grab a drink of water, have the awareness to say no. Now, obviously, yes, you need to hydrate yourself, so maybe not the greatest example there. But when you go into the pantry to grab the snacks, when you go to YouTube to distract yourself, learn to say no. Try to find 3 to 5 areas in your life every day where you can consciously say no. Build the skill set up. Build the skill set of delayed gratification and watch your struggles with pornography go away. Make a plan. Visit rebuiltrecovery.com/vision. Begin to practice fasting on a regular basis, starting with 2 days, and then get into a weekly 24-hour cycle. And look for areas in your life every single day to say no and deny yourself. But if you want to succeed, if you want to conquer and transcend this addiction, you must develop this skill set within you. Coach Frank, the Rebuilt Man, Rebuilt Recovery. We love you guys. We'll see you in the next one.